Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rachakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching in the highways and byways, in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. Barakatham. And this is going to be a part 2 to Europe is fucked and America is next. Let's play some of this and see what precepts come out.
Germany's neighbor, France, it's in the grip of an energy crisis. Most European countries are right now, but the situation in France is especially complex. Oil refineries are out of stock, petrol pumps are running dry, and the people are getting restless. Have a look at the images on your screen. They are from the capital city, Paris. It is engulfed by a sea of cars. Wherever you see, there are long queues of motorists waiting to get their tanks refilled. Reports say in recent weeks, a total of 100,000 motorists have reported running out of oil. They filed complaints on an online portal which tracks petrol stations. Let's listen to some voices.
And by the way, 100,000 in one area is enough to grind an economy to a screeching halt, man. A screeching halt, as a matter of fact. It reminded me of a precept. I'm just going to go to it. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. When the sound of the grinding is low, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low," man. Now, this is getting ready to happen to the European economy by and large, man. Now, she's speaking on France. Right now, they're rowdy, but once people run out of food, everybody's gonna scatter, man. They're gonna go out to the woods, to the wilderness. They're gonna look for means to live, because it's not going to be any point in protesting the government anymore. They're going to be long gone in those bunkers, man. You see?
Honestly, today the French people want to pay for fuel. Look there, they want to pay. It's not that they don't want to. They want to pay. They're not even given the choice to pay because a shortage was created.
I'm at a point where I just need to find gas, that's all. And as for the price, we don't have a choice. If the price is not good for me, I can't go elsewhere, or I would go looking for ours.
It's a sad state of affairs. More so for the fact that it's happening in a developed country like France. What explains it? An easy answer would be the war in Ukraine, Russia's chokehold on the gas supplies to Europe. It has indeed lowered France's gas reserves. But there is another factor which has made this crisis even worse.
But what they're not saying is America started this whole thing. This is why they say these shall hate the whore. And I got that precept queued up, because this whole thing started with them trying to fight a war in Ukraine and then placing all of these sanctions on Russia, and then they went further, all right, and took out the Nord Stream pipeline, man, allegedly, all right. And what do you think these politicians in Europe are gonna do, man? They're gonna blame America, and rightfully so, and then the people are gonna blame them, and then Revelation 17 is gonna happen.
And that's a strike by France's largest trade unions, the General Confederation of Labour, CGT. It has staged a walkout. Most of the workers happen to be from Total Energies and ExxonMobil, two of the country's biggest petroleum companies. How many of them are there? More than 40,000. How long have they been protesting for? For over 2 weeks. And why exactly are they protesting? Because they want a 10% pay hike.
Why? Because the inflation's up to at least 10% everywhere. You see, now it's the scriptures say there's going to be insurrections, sedition among men. All right, this is just the beginning, man. The scriptures they say that it's the beginning of sorrows. I'm gonna go to it in Matthew 24. Um, Matthew 24 and 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. ISUPK, IUIC. Okay. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, because these guys are gonna try to bait you to believe something else is going on. You got guys that there's no Jacob trouble doctrine. Yeah, there's no such thing as spiritual powers. The Lord ain't coming back with chariots. You can take the you know what, get the charagma. All right. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All right. All of these things are coming. All right. And you're starting to see the uprisings happen.
How long do they plan to be on strike? Until their demands are met. These protests have triggered a gas shortage, and reports say France's total refinery output has reduced by 60%, and this explains the long queues in Paris.
So the strike, so you got people striking, that led to a 60% drop in output. Then you got the inflation on top of that because they're not getting the raise. That's the reason they're going on strike. You see? And then you got the prices of energy are going through the roof because most of the energy is coming through Russia, which America has sanctions on. They cut off the Nord Stream 2. So this thing is about the burst, man.
What's worse, that's not the only outcome of this strike. It has also led to protests to make France leave the European Union.
Hoo-wee.
Look at the images on your screen. They are from Paris. On Sunday, thousands of protesters gathered in the city to call for an end to France's membership in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
And you know why? Because the NATO is the reason they can't get energy from Russia. See, they want to secede and get their energy from Russia because they're hurting. All right. What is this going to lead to? Revelation 6:17. And 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, the whore is the whore of Babylon, and sits on the back of the dragon, which is America. And the dragon is the 7 heads and 10 horned beasts, which are the European nations, which basically make up NATO today. Okay, it says, where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate. Now they're hating her right now, man. Then they're going to make her desolate. All right. It says, and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. So they're about to turn on America, and this shit about to get fucked up real quick, man. You see how long? That didn't take long at all, did it?
Sortons vite de l'OTAN! Sortons vite de l'OTAN!
What difference will leaving the NATO make? It will save France from being collateral damage due to that war in Ukraine. Well, that's what the protesters say. They say leaving the NATO would mean an end to whatever little differences France has with Russia. It will help France take decisions independently without any binding regulations of the NATO. They expect this step to lower the high cost of living and help France replenish its gas reserves. So first there was a strike, now there are protests, and they have both increased the pressure on the French president, who is already facing public discontent due to growing costs.
Let's go. Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. I'll basically end it there, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. So with that, I'll say shalom.